Okay, so now that we have the ability to add custom layouts to our game, we can now add a new type of block into our system as well. And these are going to be blocks that are basically blocks that can't be matched and can only be destroyed by a bomb exploding. So, and there'll be gems that can't spawn in through the level as well, that will only appear in our layout at the start of a level, again as a way to challenge the player with a different way of doing things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into my gem script here. Actually, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new level for this, because we might as well have another level that we're using to look a bit different, to browse around. So level 4, I'm going to add it to our build settings and save. And then, as I said, I'm going to jump into my gem script and I'm going to add as another variable here a stone gem type. So let's save this, and then let's go back in here and go to our prefabs and gems, and I'm going to grab our blue gem here, and I'm going to go to my art folder and I'm going to drop this stone onto there like so. I'm going to change the type to stone, and we'll need a new burst type as well. So let's get this blue one and we'll make this kind of gray like so. Let's play it again. Yep, that's fine. Gem burst, let's call this actually we'll just call this stone burst, would make more sense, and we'll pop it back in here as a variant. There we go. So we'll also rename this, of course. It's no longer a gem blue, this is going to be a stone, and everything else should be perfectly fine. We'll give it more value for destroying a stone as well. So let's say you get a big bonus for this, you get 250. So let's then get our stone and create a prefab of that, pop that in there, again a prefab variant, and we can delete that. Okay, so now we've got stones. Now we need to decide how they're going to work and how they're going to be handled a little bit differently. So as I said, they're not going to appear in our normal spawning system, so we're not going to add them to our gems list here. What I am going to do is I'm going to clear out my rows here, and I'm going to add a new, I'm going to just do 1, add 5 here, and then add 5 to that. And then down here at the bottom, I'm going to add a few stones in down here, like so. So I'm going to add 3 stones in at the bottom. If I go ahead and play, we've got 3 stones here, but if I do this, they get matched and they get destroyed. So we don't want that to happen. Actually, I just realized that it still has the wrong effect on it too. So let's go here and let's get the stone burst, pop that in there, there we go. But we don't want our stones to be matched like that. The reason they got matched there was because we just put 3 of them beside each other, and then they counted as matched when we did our first match search. So we don't want that. So what we're going to do is create a special exception for our stone in our match finder. So in here in our match finder, we're going to scroll up here to where we're checking our gems, and we're saying if the left gem and the current gem are the same and the right gem and the current gem are the same, and then we're going to say and current gem dot type is not equal to gem.gemType.stone. So I'm going to copy this and paste it in down here like so, and save that. And if we go back in here to Unity, then let this compile, and now when I press play, when we do our first match, the stones won't count as matched. So now our stones are just sitting there kind of blocking the player, which is what we want to have happen, unless we can get a bomb to come down and blow them up. So let's see if I can we'll just kind of respawn a couple of times. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll just throw a bomb into the layout. It's probably the easier way to do this. Let's get gems. Let's throw a bomb in the middle here. So, oh, well, then we got a nice one spawning there too. Let's see if we can just get a match beside the bomb. Doesn't want to play friendly with me. Oh, there we go. We blew up our bombs. So they blew up the gems, and we got a nice bonus for doing that too. So perfect. We now have the system working to allow us to drop our bombs onto the stones and make them be destroyed, but they will never create their own match. So now you can create interesting patterns with stones that will block off the player, but they will allow some more interesting variety into your levels, especially if you have a larger level with a whole bunch of stones throughout it that the player has to navigate around. It can make things definitely more interesting and more of a challenge for your players to try and do.